Hey everybody, and welcome to King of Shadows 1111 YouTube channel. This is Queen of Light 1111 here with a special reading. Now, I just felt like the energy was very heavy today. And so what I wanted to do was bring in a reading on this channel that is specifically for the divine masculines that are rising up. And I wanted to get some messages from divine masculine about or some messages about just what he would want to say to his feminine who may be struggling today. So if you are a divine feminine that is in separation with her divine masculine, this is a message for you, because I specifically wanted to know, from divine masculine, like, your feminine may be feeling sad today, or she may be missing you today. What is it that you want her to know today to help lift her up, help give her some insight? So let's go ahead and get started with the bottoms of the deck. So what divine masculine wants you to know is that he's really in contemplation right now. Queen of Swords comes up, as well as the bear. So I do feel like this divine masculine is wanting you to know that he is really contemplating. He's in his wisdom, he's in his truth, he's in the energy of focusing on his strength. So if you're not hearing from him, you're not talking to him, it's really because he has gone within to come into his own personal power. He does not want to engage at this time in any sort of forward movement or communication, because he's doing his inner work to become a leader, to become stronger, to come into his personal power. So the first thing that he wants you to know, if you are a feminine that is struggling, is trust. He's asking you to trust. He's asking you to trust that he is doing the work, that he is in this energy of forward planning. He is taking things slow. This is the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady. He's planning. He's moving slowly towards this connection. So right out the gate, he wants you to know, trust in me, trust in our connection, trust that I am working on really analyzing and looking at this situation, trust that I am, yes, slowly but surely moving forward into our connection. Okay, he may be in contemplation, but he wants you to know to trust that he is planning movement. Okay, he also wants you to know that right now he is breaking free. He's breaking free of a old self, like 10 of Pentacles, some old legacy, some old behaviors, some financial commitments that he has perhaps been in. So maybe he's had a family, maybe, he's in a long-term career, maybe was in a long-term relationship. He's really breaking free from his old patterns, these old cycles, and he's really trying to stabilize himself. So that second message, part of, his contemplation and why you're not hearing from him, is he's letting you know, he's like, I'm thinking about my own strength. I'm thinking about my wisdom. I'm thinking about my boundaries. Trust in our connection. I am breaking free of this long-term commitments that I've had, and I'm really trying to stabilize. The next message that he's letting you know, that he has feelings, okay? There are feelings that he is contemplating, feelings that he is processing, feelings that he's breaking free from. So right now he is just not open to communication. He's not open to movement forward. So if you're seeing him as not compromising, not communicating, being standoffish, holding out on your connection, it is because he's still ending this old cycle. Okay, and his last message to you about what is going on with him, and just to give you some additional insight, is he's in solitude. He's spending time alone. He's going through a massive transformation, but he's going through these endings so that things can progress with you to go forward, so that he can come forward with communication in the future. So he really wants you to know, if you are a feminine that is struggling today, that feels like the energy is very, very heavy today, and you're just kind of like, what is going on? And you want some answers from your masculine, but you're not getting them. these are the messages. This is that insight that he is in contemplation, that he is placing boundaries to come into his personal power. He wants you to know to trust in the connection, trust in him, trust in, the divine. He is breaking free from long-term commitments and he's stabilizing. He is not open. This is a very honest reading. He's not open to moving forward right now. He's not. He's spending time in solitude. He's doing his inner work so that there can be movement at a later date when he is ready. So I wanted to end this reading with guidance. So I said, okay, well, what is the guidance, from spirit about what divine masculine is going through? And the first deck that we've gotten was the Eight of Pentacles. That is the card of mastery. So it's called ordinariness, okay? And we have the Tower. Eight of Pentacles is a card about doing the work. It is about self-mastery. So the bottom of the deck, what Spirit wants you to know, the guidance from Spirit about what masculine is going through, what Spirit wants the divine feminine to know is that feminine's Spirit is saying he is working on standing alone. He is looking at the ordinariness of his life and seeing the extraordinary in his life. He's also in this energy of having worked through his karmic lessons, really worked on his growth and development to stand alone. So it's not like he's going to be jumping from one situation, one attachment to the next. He is really in this energy of using his experience that he's learned through karmic lessons, through the lessons that he's learned through your connection. And he needs to learn how to have his own light, how to fill his own cup. So the guidance is Two of Wands. There's this energy of possibilities. He has been a masculine that has had a lot of options. He's jumped from this to this to this to this. It's possibilities, possibilities, possibilities. And so the guidance is he's getting rid of all of these extra options, all of these extra choices, and he's doing the work to master himself to stand alone. The next message of guidance is right now, for Spirit wants you to know, any movement forward in love, any movement forward with a gesture or feelings or an offer is just too much for him right now. It is a burden. There's a lot of guilt and a lot of regret and a lot of shame that he's experiencing. And so any movement forward in love is just not what he wants to do right now. And Spirit is confirming this part here about his feelings and him not being open to sharing them right now. Spirit is really focused here on working with the divine masculine, working with him in solitude so that he can complete his transformation for his movement forward into a new cycle. He's got to work on himself. He's got to grow and develop and fill his own cup before he goes from one cup to the next cup to the next cup and then creates this numbing cycle. So this message from Spirit is he's cleaning up the options. He's not ready to move forward in love yet because he's working on himself. He's working through his lessons and he's learning to stand alone. So masculine's message is trust. Trust that he's breaking free. Trust that he's in solitude to transform. And trust that he is not speaking to you today or communicating with you today because it is the best thing for him, for you, and the connection. And Spirit is confirming that. If you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, King of Shadows 1111 and Queen of Light 1111. Have a wonderful day. Bye.